The member from Etobicoke-Lakeshore.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing. Mr. Speaker, from my experience as a municipal councillor, I had a front row view of the difficulties facing municipalities in delivering affordable housing. And Mr. Speaker, as this House will know, I have been a strong proponent of a planning tool called inclusionary zoning. Mr. Speaker, in many communities across the province, increasing housing prices and rent costs are making it difficult for people to find housing they can afford to rent or buy. A few months ago, our government took actions to address this by releasing an updated long-term affordable housing strategy. And if passed, this would introduce legislation that would make inclusionary zoning a reality in communities across this province. Mr. Speaker, will the Minister provide this House with an update on the development of a proposed inclusionary zoning framework?
Thank you. Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing.
Yes, thanks, Mr. Speaker, and thank the member from Etobicoke-Lakeshore and also the member from High Park, who have both have a long history of advocating for inclusionary zoning. It's important. Speaker, today, later this afternoon, I will be introducing the Promoting Affordable Housing Act, which would, if passed, help to ensure that the people of Ontario have better access to affordable and adequate housing. These changes will enable municipalities to offer incentives and use other planning measures such as height and density to support the creation of affordable units in partnership with the development sector. Speaker, our neighbourhoods are stronger and more vital when they include a mix of people who are able to choose where they live from a range of housing. That will be the intent of the legislation. I'm sure all members of the House will be delighted to see it this afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the Minister for his answer and for his leadership on this issue. Mr. Speaker, my community of Toronto has long sought the ability to have inclusionary zoning. Toronto's Chief Planner, Jennifer Keesmaat, has said that a lack of access to this planning tool has resulted in the loss of the opportunity to create tens of thousands of units that would be affordable. And inclusionary zoning has also been requested by York Region, Peel Region, the Region of Waterloo, the City of Hamilton, and other municipalities. Mr. Speaker, we recognize that inclusionary zoning is not a magic wand or a silver bullet that will do away with housing challenges. But what's important to note that proposed Promoting Affordable Housing Act will put forward other suggested measures to increase the supply of affordable housing in Ontario and continue the transformation of the social housing system. Through you, will the Minister highlight some of these other proposals in the bill?
Thank you. Minister.
Well, the honourable member is correct. In addition to the groundbreaking proposals associated with inclusionary zoning, there will be some other tools that will be made available which will allow our municipal partners who operate social housing more flexibility, Mr. Speaker, in administering and delivering social housing in their communities, helping to reduce wait lists, and frankly just making it easier for Ontarians to embrace a bunch of options. Further changes would make secondary suites in new homes a potential source of affordable rental units for low to moderate income renters, less costly to build by exempting them from development charges. Speaker, with our proposed package of changes, we are taking meaningful actions to transform Ontario's housing system and end chronic homelessness within the next decade.